Could something happen very big with silver and gold in the month of December, my friends? It could happen. This is not trying to make you go buy, trying to pump silver and gold up. That's nothing like this. If this does happen, we're going to be surprised in December. Could we have a very happy holiday season with the price of silver and gold? Help me out with the thumbs up. This is going to get the information out to more and more people. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel right now. We do weekly giveaways. We're going to have a big giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. I'm trying desperately hard to reach 70% threshold from the people who watch to be subscribed. We're at 69.4%. That is considered huge for YouTube. I'm trying to get to 70, and let's try to break that 70 threshold. That will be really big for this channel if you can get there. So if you're not yet subscribed, help me out. Subscribe. It's free. Don't charge you nothing to watch any of my videos. Let's get into it. Silver and gold. Could it really be ramping up in the month of December? Look, silver and gold have big delivery months for both of them. It really ends Black Friday. We got to keep an eyes out for next week. Maybe not early in the week. This is going to come to where everybody's out there shopping after they eat their Thanksgiving supper. And it's going to start popping, I do believe. It already is starting to pop. And here's an example. I talked about a couple days ago, yesterday. Pimbex had peace dollars for sale. Very good condition. I warned they wouldn't last long. Guess what? They are gone. So congratulations to the ones who took advantage of that price. Congratulations. You see a bunch of dimes on the table today. Pimbex just got dimes back in stock. Roosevelt silver dimes. If you are interested, check them out. They also have a handful of extra fine Morgan dollars left from 1878 to 1904s. No 1921s in this group, my friends. They don't have many left. If you're looking for extra fine condition, they're not a bad price. Take a look. 1878 to 1905. They're going to be random dates. Wrap them up as Christmas gifts. Put them in Christmas stockings. Give one to everybody in your family this year. What a great way for a low cost to put a little bit of silver in everybody's hands this holiday season. Check channel sponsor Pimbex out for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs. Thank you, Pimbex, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the subscribers and the viewers. I hope you all become subscribers on this channel. Thank you again for your support on this channel. Thank you to Pimbex once again. So yes, I do believe we got big delivery months. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think people's going to do? People with these contracts, these big contracts, they're going to demand delivery. Guess what? COMEX don't really have it. We know LBMA is in very big trouble. They don't have it either, my friends. This could be the time where people are not paying attention, where they pull the trigger and let everything go the heck of the handbasket because they don't have the silver. They trapped themselves. JP Morgan trapped themselves. Bank of America, the COMEX, the LBMA. Why do you think these banks are buying up all the silver and gold? Central banks are buying silver too now. Different countries are buying up silver. This report's out of China. They're going to stop sending silver from over China. They're locking it down starting next year. We're coming to a head, my friends. And prices could get very surprising. And I think Michael Oliver, can't say his name half the time, Michael Oliver, is going to be right on point. We could see triple digits silver in the first quarter of 2026. Some people will laugh at that. That's fine. Laugh all you want. This is not the time, in my opinion, to be seen on the sidelines, seen on the fence post. Make sure it's not spiky post. Seen on the sidelines and waiting for lower numbers. This is why I've been preaching since day one on this channel. Cost average your stack. Now, for the ones that have been stacking for a long time, maybe just a few years ago, you remember the price of silver dimes. You remember the price of silver quarters. That's pushed some people away. But at the end of the day, is it really going to matter, the price? This is what I'm trying to drive across. The price is not going to matter. This is going to be about buyable material. You're going to wish you had more. Don't worry about it, the price in dollar terms so much. This is going away. They're doing it on purpose. They want total control. They want this stable coin. That's what they want. It's not what I want. It's not what many of you want. But this is what's driving it, my friends. Inflation. You know, I can tell you about one product. Irish Spring soap, bar soap. I use it to this day. When they first came out with that product, you can Google this. Put Irish Spring bar soap pictures. You can Google it. It started to be 5 ounces. 5 ounce bar. Bath size, but they call it. Then they reduced it to 4.5. Still call it bath size. 4.5, they got it down to 4. They got it down to 4.5. 4, then they cut it down from 4 to 3.75. At that point, I was a little teed off. So I called Irish Spring up. And I asked them, I said, at what point? You guys keep reducing this. The size of your bar, at what point do you start calling this a hotel size bar? Because you guys started at 5. To 4.5, to 4. To 3.75. Now it's 3.70. Look at your weights, my friends, on the items you buy every day. Look at the ounces. On coffee, on chips. Everything you buy is getting reduced. At what point does Irish Spring stop labeling it as bath size? You might as well put friggin' hotel size. Because that's what it's coming down to be, my friends. It's getting less and less, more money or the same money. We're getting robbed. We're getting robbed. No, this started years ago. I remember years ago. I think it was it's over 20 years ago. 2020 did a thing about inflation. And I think it was cereal boxes. It was pasta sauce. It was feminine hygiene products. Reduce, 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 reduce. And at what point do we not catch this? People are not paying attention to the sizes of the products they're actually getting. Some people are. But that is called shrinkflation. And it's been happening for years. It's not been happening just the past few years. We've been seeing a big pickup on this. And we're just getting robbed. That is what I can say. We're getting robbed. We've been getting robbed for years. Prices keep going up. You know, but we can go back. This is what I want to talk about yesterday. But we kind of ran out of time for the video. From 1925 to 1945, minimum wage was 25 cents to 40 cents during that time period. The baby boomer years, 1946 to 1964, minimum wage was 40 cents to $1.15. Okay, well, if one person in the family wanted to work in these other years, my friends, they could. They didn't have to. Sometimes the guy had a good job, had 2 cars, and the female didn't need to work. But things changed. We're getting less and less pay. 2 people. If you have 2 people in your home, 2 kids, let's say, you're having a hard time. You're most likely having hard times making ends meet with 2 paychecks, trying to take care of two kids. What the heck happened? You don't think that's not going away? It's not because silver has gone up in price. This still buys you. Whatever this date is. Let me see what this date is. 1964. Well, this still buys you the same service and goods, just about, from a silver dime than it did in 1964 and today. This is melting for right around $3.80 per silver dime. We will get to the numbers on Saturday to see what the numbers are come Saturday. But what's the price of gas in your neck of the woods? For most of us, well, it just went up here. It's $3.19 in this neck of the woods. You can still get change back from a silver dime for a gallon of gas. Go back to 1964 and see what the price of a gallon of gas was. About a quarter, 29 cents. Silver's kept up. And you get change back from a dime now. So silver has really done good this year. Let's not panic about silver and gold price this year. We have really done good. You see Bitcoin lately? Bitcoin, the last time I saw, was down 5,000 for the year. They're supposed to be just as good as gold. Bitcoin's a digital gold. Really? It's not trading like gold. Hell no. It's down for the year. Your meme coins are down. I looked at a few meme coins this morning. I don't own any meme coins. I don't own any Bitcoin. You guys and girls know how I feel about that crap. Ponzi schemes. Ponzi schemes. It's all it is. Someone makes a new meme coin. People jump in. Then all of a sudden, the bigger players start pulling out. Start going away. Start going away. And there's a big gap here. And the people are left with nothing. You want to keep playing around with that stuff? That's your choice. I'm totally against Bitcoin. I'm totally against meme coins. Digits on the screen. That's all it is. Backed by what? Backed by what? Thin air. That's all it's backed by. Really? What's this worth? I keep asking people, what's this worth? Nothing. There's very few things you can get less for $1. You know, you can't really get a thing of chicken stock, store brand name, maybe at Aldi's this week because it's on special for 99 cents for Thanksgiving, but how often that comes in? It's normally $1.39. The cans of mushrooms, the Harvest Fresh mushrooms at Aldi's used to be 55 cents. Remember that price in my head like it was yesterday. Then they kept rising. It went up to 69 cents. It went up to 79 cents. It went up to 89 cents. From 89 cents, it jumped to $1.19. I went to Aldi's last week. $1.45 for a 4-ounce can of mushrooms. I just had about a heart attack on that one. $1.45. It wasn't that long ago, just a couple years ago, that these mushrooms were 55 cents a can. Can't tell me prices are coming down, because I'm seeing it. You're seeing it. $1.45 for a can of mushrooms. Highway robbery from 55 cents when all these first opened down here. That's a big, big price increase, my friends. Huge. And everything, they want to play the game. Everything's hunky-dory out there. Stock market's ready to crash too. Don't know when. And I hope people really watching their 401ks right now pay close attention. Not financial advice whatsoever. Silver and gold are going to protect you, my friends. Platinum's going to protect you. Copper's going to protect you. Not this meme coin. Not this Bitcoin crap. Silver and gold have been around for 5,000 years. Meme coins, Bitcoin, have not been through a financial collapse. They have not been through a world war. BlackRock just sold a bunch of Bitcoin. Like I said, the big fish pull out. It's going to let the little person holding the bag. it starts a wave. That's what it starts at. Yes, silver's gone up. It's come crashing back down. Same thing with gold. But there was reasons behind that one. We had the Hunt Brothers. We had the 2011 uptick. All the government did was put Band-Aids over it. People are starting to wake up. Every time they print this crap, your dollar's getting more and more deflated. That's what it is. Getting more and more deflated. And yes, in case anybody's wondering, the old guys, including Timmy, they're all doing fine at the shop. They were all there this morning. They're all laughing on, cracking wise jokes, having fun, playing games, raising some kind of hell. They're all doing fine. So that's your update with the old guys at the coin shop as well. I love when they come in. You know, it makes the morning go by a lot easier. They like to crack jokes. They like to raise some hell. Let them have some fun. You know, why not? It gives them something to do. It keeps them going. They're engaging with other people. Great. I love it. I'm glad the owner allows that to happen at the shop. I really am, because it makes my day a little bit easier in the mornings, hearing them cracking some wise jokes. And some of those wise jokes are not YouTube friendly, so I won't use them. You can only imagine what they say. I'll just leave it as that. But we got to really start concentrating. The price of silver and gold is really not going to matter, my friends. When the dollar dies, it's going to be about barterable. And what I mean by that, whatever you want. Somebody has something you want. They're going to want some kind of payment, right? They're not going to take this crap. They're going to want some kind of payment. Maybe it's a few silver dimes. Maybe it's a 5-ounce round. Maybe it's a government-issued coin. All right? It could be anything. If you have it, you're going to get by a lot easier. Don't think about you're going to get rich. Think about silver, gold, platinum, copper for a barterable situation. That's where we're heading. All right? That's where we're heading. And people laugh at that. Someone laughed at me when I said that to them today at the coin shop. But they laughed. They think I was crazy. Well, but they're buying silver and gold. They're not buying, they're converting. Most people who stacking are starting to see the light. People are starting to come in and ask questions. And I urge people, if you're new to stacking, if you're old to stacking, you don't know something, you got to ask. Because how are you going to learn if you don't ask? Don't think my question's stupid. They must have heard this 1,000 times. Well, maybe we've heard it 1,000,000 times. Don't matter. You know, not everybody's going to know everything about silver and gold, platinum, or copper. Nobody. I sure hell don't. And if I don't know something, I try to find that answer out. You know, there was a silver bar that Snakebite has, one of my moderators. I put it in the community page months ago. And I told him, I says, hey, Snakebite, I don't know, but I'm going to try to find out. So I showed it to the shop owner. He says, I've never seen that bar this before. So well, maybe Mike at Pinback's seen this. Shot the text message to Mike at Pinback's. Says, hey, Mike, have you ever seen this 1-ounce bar? It was a long one, a little thin. And he said, no, I've never seen it. Snakebite tried to call the manufacturer who made this bar. Still in business. They really couldn't answer it when they made it. They had no information on it. Imagine that. Company's name was right on it. They were still in business. They didn't have any information. He found another one about 4 weeks after that on eBay in the case. So apparently these came in cases. The one he first bought at his local coin shop didn't come in case. Had a little bit of gold toning on it. Checked out to be fine. But nobody seems to know how many were minted. What year. It looks to be the early 80s. But I don't know. I put it on my community page. Nobody seemed to know then either. Sometimes we see silver pieces, gold pieces we'd never seen before. And it's not so much rare, but it's when you can't find any information on it, how are you supposed to give the customer any information? Where are you supposed to price this stuff at? If someone wanted to sell it, not trying to rip anybody off. Well, we know it's silver. Okay, we know it's at least spot price, but this one may have a $10, $15 premium, maybe a $25 premium on it because of the rarity of this bar. And I will end here with this. A lot of people, not a lot, some people say, oh, there's plenty of 90% silver out there. Look, there was a lot of melting going on. Nobody seems to really have an idea of how much 90% silver is out there. And I'm talking your dimes, your quarters, your half dollars, your 90% silver dollars, like your Morgans and Peace. Rough estimates out there. Whatever was minted, there's about 25 to 30% left out there in the marketplace, in people's hands. I don't know if that's even a true number. It's an estimate. Saw a video the other night, someone saying that. And then I've started to do my own research. You know, be careful with AI. AI don't always have the right answers. AI don't know everything. AI gets implemented by people who put in the information in. So you can't always trust AI information. So here's the simple answer. Nobody really knows. I'm thinking it's more to 20 to 25% still left in circulation. And I might be wrong on that number too. Nobody knows. But I can tell you one gosh darn thing right now. There's not enough 90% silver to go around for everybody. No way. And the ones that have it, and the ones have pile of it, the ones that have quite a bit of it, you're going to do just fine. You're going to need your 90% silver when the crap hits the fan. And the more of it you can have, the better off you're going to be. Yes, it takes this to get it. But again, this is not going to matter in time. This is going away. The costs don't matter. At the end of the day, when you need to eat, when you need to fix something in your house, when you need to fix your car, how much this costs now, it's not going to matter because we know everything is going up later. We know that. Remember that, folks. If it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road, maybe you're putting away for your children. Maybe you're putting this stuff away for your grandchildren. Teach them. Teach them. Because I see too many times people come in and with a bunch of stuff and say, I know this is worth something, but I don't know how much. I know it's worth something. That's just a one bad scenario because I don't think there's many coin shops will take advantage of people like that. I think most coin shops will be fair and honest and make an offer. And maybe some coin shops won't be as fair. And use that to their advantage and lower a lower offer because the person really don't know. Look, I advise all coin shops, pawn shops, be careful out there when you make your offers because you don't know if someone's outside actually watching this. And maybe the state's watching. Making sure you're being fair. Don't know. Don't know. No, this is not a controlled industry. But it really should be. It really should be. Because there are too many rip-off artists out there. And we see them on TV. We see them on ads on our computer. Be careful with these companies that offer free silver, free gold. Be careful with these off ounces, quarter ounce silver, half ounce silver. Yeah, this stuff's out there like this, okay? It's legal to have it. But they charge an arm and a leg. Be careful with certain products that you cannot source yourself. Meaning, if you can't find it on eBay, you can't find it on Etsy, you can't find it at your local coin shop, you can't find it in an online dealer. Nobody has them. But this one company seems to have them. Be very careful with that. Because you're probably overpaying. Be careful out there, my friends. Don't fall for free silver. Don't fall for free gold. Or you buy X amount of gold, you get so much free silver. This is scams. Nothing in this. There's no way someone's going to give you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in free gold. The price is baked into the other metals you are buying. Just remember that. The price is baked in. Be careful out there. Now, if you're seeing one price at Pimbex, one price at another online company, and this company comes in and offering you it's 20% more, 40% more, sometimes it's 100% more than what these other companies are offering, you better run for the mountains. And if you live on the mountains, you better get on top as high as you can. No pun intended on that one. But no, be careful out there. Don't fall for it. Keep your eyes and ears open for scams. Watch out for these late night infomercials. Watch out for these home shopping networks on coins. This is what we need to keep an eyes on. Because a lot of those coins you see on these home shopping networks, you can get cheaper elsewhere. Be careful. If you know somebody that's into late night TV or watching these home shopping networks and they know you're into silver and gold, tell these people that you know they watch this type of TV. Whoever they are, say, don't buy me anything off the TV for silver and gold. Just give them that warning. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I've seen too many times people come in and they tell me they bought it off this network. They bought it off of this network. And I'm just rolling my eyes. And they pay too much. And they talk it up like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. We only got 500 of them. We only got 1,000 of them. Act fast. MS-70. First day issued. You see this all the time. Special series. It's in the flag label, core label. All right, this is what they do, and it's almost sickening to watch. I don't know how these people sleep at night. I don't know how these people sleep at night. Because there's no way these coins are worth that much. So just be careful out there. Don't get caught up into it. If you folks have questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. My email's in every single description of every single video. Yes, I think we're going up this next month for silver and gold. Keep in mind, silver and gold is a huge delivery month for both precious metals. We could see some action. I can't guarantee that. This is not financial advice. Stack as you can. Don't compare your stack with anybody else's stack. Crazy Coin Shop Chris is out. We will see you later.